Joseph, September 17th, 2016, the precursor to the Week 2 Fantasy Call, the Line Sports Talk podcast. We're going to talk about it all today. How's everybody doing out there? Joe, how you doing?
Suck it, Rex. Love it. Loving life for these past couple days. Man, I wouldn't want to sit on old Rex's seat. Might burn your ass cheeks.
Yeah, I think it's got real hot in Buffalo prior to wintertime. He's in trouble. His brother's in trouble.
It's Greg Roman's fault, though.
No, he might have got the best break out of everybody.
Yeah, getting away from that Rex Ryan dumpster fire that he always takes everywhere with him.
He sure did. Hey, everybody, it's, again, Saturday, September 17th. You're listening to the Line Sports Talk podcast, brought to you by our good friends at Sunday Swim. You think you got a high football IQ? Tired of that Week 3 running back in your fantasy season, ending it all, blowing your reputation with your friends? Forget it all. Forget the fantasy games. Forget the office pool, the pick'ems. Join us. Go play yourself at Sunday Swim. See what you can do. Pick against the spread against all your pals. Parlays, straight up. It's good stuff, man. Go out there and join our friends at sundayswim.com. Have a lot of fun. Check it out. Watch the tutorial video. Tell you all how to do it. Bet against the line itself, point spreads. It's a great time. Have fun. Don't sink. Sunday Swim and better your Sundays. Thanks, guys. Joe, I want to jump right into it. We got a lot of things to talk about in a condensed amount of time as usual. Quickest thing we can do is fly right into all of these games and all these things that we got happening starting tomorrow. What's the one game that you're tuning into first?
Well, I'm just going to go with the game that I can't wait to watch, and I want to title this one "There Will Be Blood." Black and gold versus the orange and black, that old black and blue AFC North rivalry. I know my ass will be tuned into that game because that's one of those games. You got two teams that absolutely hate each other.
Yeah,
everything about them. You got two fan bases that hate each other. And might I add, though, if you are a Cincinnati native wearing orange and black in Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA, tomorrow afternoon, if you're not expecting a fight or prepared for a fight, either or, you're the most naive person I've ever met in my life, and I feel bad for you. You at least need to go there with a crew of people. That's pretty ballsy. But
it's big cojones. That's a tough stadium to go to. It was tougher when it was Three Rivers. It's just as tough now.
Yeah, I'm interested in this game. I actually like the Steelers to win it, though. I like the Steelers to win it. I like them at home. I like the offense, and I think Cincinnati not having Vontaze Burfict for this game is going to play a difference because you need all the help you can get against that Steeler offense that looks like it just fires on all cylinders right now.
It does, even with the absence of Le'Veon Bell. D'Angelo Williams is an excellent fantasy play, whether daily fantasy sports or if you're playing this in your regular fantasy football leagues. If you were fortunate enough or smart enough to put your hands on D'Angelo Williams, he's a nice start against Cincinnati tomorrow. I know that the Jets running backs didn't fare too well last week against Cincinnati, but Forte had a decent enough day. I think D'Angelo Williams is successful. Cincinnati has a lot to worry about with Pittsburgh's offense. Running back should benefit from that. I think so. Win this game too, but not cover. Steelers are laying 3. Over-under is at 49 as I see it right now. I think Pittsburgh wins this game but doesn't cover. This could be a 3-point football game.
See, nothing would surprise me in a rivalry of this magnitude, but I'm going to go with the Steelers to win by a touchdown. I think they'll win. Really? Yes, I'm going to pick them to win by a touchdown. I really think you're going to see the difference in not having that middle presence that Vontaze Burfict, he imposes on a defense. I mean, he's one of those guys. He brings that intensity to the game where he's a factor. You have to know where this guy is, and he brings that noise to the defense. And them not having him patrol the middle and give these guys something to be fearful about at all times, whether it be hitting you in the knees, nuts, or head, or whatever. I think there's a factor.
It changes the aspect of the way you play when there's somebody that's not afraid to hit you all over the field. It sure does.
Yes, and I think that this is a game where I don't think anybody, or I don't know if anybody does, but I don't see anything in Cincinnati's secondary that's going to have an answer for what Antonio Brown can do, especially not with that big beast lurking over the middle. Antonio Brown's going to run freely. Marcus Wheaton's back this game. I like the Steelers to win this one by a touchdown.
Yeah, that's not even a bold call, man. I think you make a pretty good case for the weakened secondary in Cincinnati. I don't mind it. Like I said, I'm going to stick with I don't like the over-under at all in this game because it's a division rivalry game. You immediately look at this and you think AFC North, ice cold, bruised and broken, and this is like one of those tougher. This is a man's game, and 5 years ago, 10 years ago, this is a 13-10 final. This is one of those 9-7, 9-6 ball games that you would think of in years past, but not anymore. These two teams sling the ball around. Could you look at a possible shootout here and see him blowing that 49-point under out of the water?
I think if anything, you might be. I mean, it almost sounds blasphemous to say. This Steelers Bengals AFC North blue-blooded matchup blue collar matchup, I should say.
Right.
It ends in a shootout. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right, but it kind of lines up to be. It kind of lines up like it could be that way.
Yeah, I mean, look, things change, and we've talked about this on the air and in private before. I cannot stand making the association between what a team in a matchup did 10 years ago to now. It's never the same thing. Whatever happened 10 years ago has zero to do with the team on the field today. It has zero to do with it. And, maybe years ago this was a 13-10 game. In the history of this rivalry, it's tight. In the history of this division, these are tightly played games. Without a doubt, it'll still be a tightly played game. That makes sense all around the NFL. But this game's a shootout. It's got shootout written all over it. You're talking 27-24, 37-35. They're going to score points. I mean, maybe 70 plus is a lot of points to lay on it, but I think this goes over the 49.
I don't think that's a bad call at all.
Okay.
I think it matches up to be that way this year. Whatever, because the Steelers have issues. They stop the run pretty well, but they have a shaky secondary. The Bengals have an absolute weapon, as we saw last week. Darrelle Revis, I think had to go to therapy on that Monday morning after what A.J. Green did to him.
Yeah, he was.
But nonetheless, I think that's a good call. I like the overs in this one too. I'll take it. I'll take the overs, and I'm going to take the Steelers to win this game 31-17. Or
31-17. That's going to put you at 48 and not over.
Well, look, Peeps don't do the math. Okay.
20, forget about it.
Yeah, let's try. How about I predicted a touchdown. Let's try 31-24. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's 7. That's 7 all day, and that's over the number. I see this being a shootout too. I really do. But that to me is the marquee matchup tomorrow at 1:03. That's the game that I want to watch as well. The 4:00 game's got some good ones. We'll get into that. And while we're on the topic of shootouts, we've brought it up many times. Last year, the Saints and the Giants met in the Superdome, and that game was close to 100 points or over 100-point blowout as far as the over went. It's at 53.5 tomorrow. Saints are on the road in New York or East Rutherford, New Jersey, playing the New York Football Giants. 53.5. The Saints are getting 4.5 on the road on a Giants team that I don't know a whole lot about. They played a decimated Dallas Cowboy team, and I only say decimated because no Romo on the field has historically meaning just compared to last year, no Romo.
Well, the Cowboys lost that game because the Cowboys are just doing what they know best, and that's blowing games in the latter part, doing some kind of blunder to set them over. Terrence Williams with not any awareness at all, and that's inexcusable for a veteran, for a guy who's been in the league as long as Terrence Williams. That's inexcusable.
It is, and they do things like this quite a bit, and it starts to make me wonder: is how detailed is Jason Garrett as a head coach?
Jason Garrett should have been let go after last year. Everyone knows the real reason why Jason Garrett is still in Dallas is because he's Jerry's boy. He's Jerry. He's because Jason just does whatever the hell I tell him to do, and that's why he's going to be there.
But I don't know.
He still brings Jerry's coffee.
He might. I don't know who they're going to replace him with, though. I think he stays. But we'll talk about the Cowboys here in a touch. But do the Saints go on the road? They looked good against the Raiders, but I have doubts about the Raiders' secondary.
Well, the thing about the Saints, they're always going to be prolific on offense. As long as Sean Payton and Drew Brees they're going to put points on the board. They're very tough. On the road, the Saints have historically been a different team.
Not good.
Although if you remember last year's game between the Giants and Saints, it was nothing more than a Big 12 or an arena football game. Just no defense whatsoever, just a straight track meet. I think you're looking at something along the lines of that there. But the Saints' offense really normally isn't as high octane on the road as it is in the Dome. So I look for the Giants to win this game at home.
Okay. Do you like them to cover? Laying that 4.5 is too much for me. That's kind of a magic number when you start talking spreads. It's right in between. It's over a field goal. It's under a touchdown. It's a nice number. When it hits 5, things get a little sketchy. But 4.5's not a bad number if you got to lay it, especially at home. But I don't know that this is a touchdown game. New head coach in Ben McAdoo. Don't know a whole lot about him. Eli is prone to mistakes. The weather there looks pretty summery tomorrow.
Prone to mistakes on a defense that can't capitalize though.
You're right. I just. I see this game being a little bit tighter than 4.5 points. The only play for me here would be the overs and sit back and just watch it happen.
I would actually say I would like that. I think the Giants win on a last second field goal.
Yeah, and it's maybe not. They're not going to put up 100 points again, but I see this at 31-28 somewhere in that ballpark.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints in the points. I wouldn't touch. I'm not touching the home favorite in this one. So, and I take it you're going to do the same.
I will take the New Orleans Saints plus the 4 points as well.
4.5, and again, I'm not
4.5. I have it at 4. So I mean, it depends on where you're at. So
it sure does. Neither one of these games would be something I would wager on. If I'm in the desert, I'm at the booth at the link. Neither one of these are my choices. For the novice or the learning bettor out there, the learning gambler, you do not have to bet every game. That's the silliest thing you can do. I was told a long time ago at the horse track by an old man who did okay. He said, "Young man, pick one horse you love and bet him heavy. Stop betting everything. You'll never win." And this was a long time ago, and he was right, and I never listened. But he was right the whole time. So moving forward, Joseph, let's pick out another game here we want to talk about. I like the 1 o'clock lineups. There was a playoff game last year where the Kansas City Chiefs went into Houston and completely spanked them. You got the Chiefs getting 1.5 on the road in Houston. This is a better Houston Texans team this year.
It's a better Houston Texans team. The jury's still out. We still do not. I mean, they beat a terrible Chicago Bears team last week at home.
They did.
They beat a terrible. We don't know who Brock Osweiler is just yet. We don't know if he's good. We don't know if he's bad. We just don't know yet. The other thing is, I think Kansas City's a more proven team, and
yeah.
I actually hope Kansas City pulls this one out because I don't want to see as a Jets fan, I don't want to see a Jets team go to Arrowhead Stadium with Kansas City needing a win. I don't want to see that. So I would like to see Kansas City go to Houston and pull this out, which I think they can because I think from top to bottom they're a better team. But this one's, I mean, I think the 1 and 1.5 point spread is about dead on because I think this game is pretty much even though. But I think Kansas City's a little bit better of a team. But the NFL is just it's a factory of unpredictability. I mean, who knows?
It sure is. Brian Cushing out at middle linebacker for the Texans, so that's going to play a role. I think it may actually have played maybe a 1 point role in this spread that I had more at about 2.5, possibly even somewhere in that department. I was going to say 3, but I don't like the 3. If I have to play this one, I do not want anything other than the home favorite here at 1.5.
I wouldn't touch this game. It's too close.
It is. That 1.5 makes it a pick 'em, just about. So I'm going to still, as far as the play goes, I wouldn't touch this game either. But I'm taking Houston laying the 1.5.
This game's a fucking tea kettle. Don't touch it. Too hot.
Yeah, I agree. But you have to for the sake of our show. So what do you want?
Well, I said Kansas City might be a better team. I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs to win 20-17. Very close.
Okay. I like it. A game that doesn't particularly matter.